Okay. जी सर, गुड मॉर्निंग।
हाँ, गुड मॉर्निंग। गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
गुड मॉर्निंग।
बस थोड़ी देर राह देखेंगे। वी विल नो जस्ट वेट फॉर अदर पीपल टू ज्वाइन।
श्योर।
और वीसी सर आ गए हैं।
बिल्कुल, मैं वेट।
ही विल कनेक्ट फ्रॉम हिज रूम।
ठीक, परफेक्ट सर, थैंक यू सर।
बस थोड़ी देर में हम शुरू करेंगे।
जी
पहले वो उनको भेजा है मैंने प्रोग्राम शेड्यूल। हाँ, वो प्रोग्राम शेड्यूल है ना। प्रोग्राम शेड्यूल में वो रजिस्ट्रार अभी नहीं अवेलेबल है, वो बिजी है बिजनेस से। बाकी सर जो जुड़ जाएंगे।
परफेक्ट
एंड सर बीसी सर आपको भेजा था, वो तो देख लिया होगा ना। नो प्रॉब्लम। हेलो
પ્રભાકર સર કન્વીનિયન્ટ છે ને?
હા બરોબર છે. હવે થોડીક જ રાહ જોઈએ, પછી આપણે થોડું આપણે ચાલુ કરીએ.
ઓકે.
4-5 મિનિટ, કારણ કે હજી થોડીક સંખ્યા વધવા દઈએ. આમ તો કેટલા જણા છે? 20 છે. બીજા 20-25 આવી જાય ને એટલે જોઈએ.
હા, ઠીક છે.
અને પછી આપણે ફોર્માલિટી શરૂ કરીએ. બસ.
ઓકે.
उधर से शुरू करना है। बंद रखो।
Good morning, all of you. We will start the program in 1 or 2 minutes.
यार प्रजापति आई गेस। आइए ना अपना। हाँ आइए ना अपना। રીમ નોમ કરી કેની મારું નહીં આવતું પતિ સીઆર પટેલ ઉત્સાહ બંધ કર બધા 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 છે ને બધા અનમૂળ છે મારા સિવાય.
Shall I start, sir? Okay. Honorable Vice Chancellor, GTU, Professor Dr. Naveen Seth, sir. Today's expert speaker, Dr. Nitish Purohit, sir. Directors, Deans, Principal, faculty members of GTU affiliated colleges, a very good morning to all of you. On behalf of GTU, I, Sadanand Sahu, Assistant Professor in Civil Engineering Department at Gujarat Power Engineering and Research Institute, Mehsana, warmly welcome you all for today's webinar on flexible academic program, a step towards NEP 2020. Now, here I would like to make one humble request to all the participants to keep their audio mic off during the program so that we can smoothly conduct the program. Now, as per the program schedule and general tradition, I request everyone to rise at their places for GTU song. I request IT team to kindly
GTU समुचित ज्ञान समन्वय जन कल्याण का अडिग हिमालय गुजरात तकनीकी विश्वविद्यालय GTU समुचित ज्ञान समन्वय इनोवेशन की मशाल उठाए ज्ञान को चारों ओर फैलाए विश्वकर्मा की कृपा को पाकर विश्व फलक पर शान बढ़ाए नवीनता की खुशबू से जो भारत का कण कण महकाए ज्ञान पिपासु शिष्य वृंद की तपो साधना सफल बनाए GTU समुचित ज्ञान समन्वय अनुभवी शिक्षक कौशल बढ़ाए परहित का ही पाठ पढ़ाए अनुसंधान और ज्ञान का संगम भावी पीढ़ी उज्जवल बनाए आत्मनिर्भर युवा बने और शिक्षित विकसित राष्ट्र कहाए गौरव माता पिता का बढ़ाए हर मन में विश्वास जगाए
મેસેજ કરેલું એમને બોલવું છે કે ના ના એમ
अनाउंस कर दूं?
એક જ બધાને દેખાતું તો હોય ને. ફરી ચાલુ કરે
Thank you. Thank you very much.
રની ઓકે ચાલવું છે પણ ચાલુ છે
Okay, thank you.
ઓકે
Due to some interruption, could not played completely. So moving forward, now I request or invite Dr. A.M. Prabhakar, Principal G. Perry, to give a welcome address.
Good morning to all. Honorable VC Sir, Sri Naveen Bhai Seth Sir, our today's guest and expert, Sri Nitish Purohit, is a National Coordinator of Flexible Academic Program and Faculty and Dean at IIIT Allahabad. All the directors, principal, and all the faculty members, those who are virtually connected with us, in this good morning. Today, actually, we have planned to organize flexible academic program awareness. FAP is a part of NEP 2020. So how to move forward into NEP and how to implement flexible academic program, particularly multiple entry, multiple exit, and how to materialize at the ground reality. So various people are trying to develop various kind of models for NEP and multiple entry and multiple exit system. But in practice, in universities, how we shall implement. So we have to understand various models, which are the models, and particularly in professional education, engineering colleges, what kind of model can be implemented. So Professor Purohit has developed one model. He has organized, even seminar, workshop, and he has tried to make people aware about this kind of model. So we would learn a lot of things from Professor Purohit in his presentation and question answer session. So I again welcome all the participants, VC sir and Professor Purohit, and those who are connected with us virtually in this awareness program. Thank you and welcome everybody in this endeavor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words and welcome. Now, moving forward, there is a slight change in the program schedule due to the busy schedule of our registrar, sir. He could not join us today for the session. And so, now I would like to invite Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, GTU Professor Dr. Naveen Seth, sir, for presidential address. Welcome, sir. Sir, your mic is mute. Okay.
Namaskar, very good morning. I am audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So, respected the Nitish Purohit ji, Director, IIT Prayagraj, Coordinator of the National FAP Program, Principal Prabhakar ji, faculties, coordinator, and all those who join virtually in this program. So very first, I congratulate all the principal and the faculties, those who joined in this program with a very short notice. So actually, we know that the national education policy is implemented, and there are some so many reforms were suggested, but we know that the implementation is very important, and there is so many confusion in the implementation of the multiple entry, multiple exit, like that, credit transfers and other things. So the IIT Prayagraj and under the leadership of the Nitish Purohit, there was a lot of work done and by their team and make a very, very good program and the guideline for the FAP. Being a largest university of the Gujarat, as a model, if we accept that model and implement in our state, then definitely it will be a model for the other university of the country. So this today's meeting is very, very important. So GTU always remain forefront in implementing the various reforms in higher education by upgrading the syllabus time to time, providing institute industry interaction, providing research opportunities, encouraging startups, and with the various scheme like the SSIP or the seed money or the FAST scheme, etc. As a government university, GTU is very keen in implementation of the NEP 2020 and doing all efforts for the same. For successful implementation, we will have to understand the new education model, and continuous efforts and supports from all stakeholders is required for the same. So, as a part of implementation at university level with our affiliated colleges and for creating awareness from time to time, GTU organize various programs. Today webinar focus on flexible academic program, which is one of the future of NEP 2020. I am thankful to the Nitish Purohit ji for giving such a nice preparation and giving time to interact with our faculty of the university in today's webinar. I'm very sure that you all have, you will definitely benefiting by this FAP program, and Nitish ji is ready to give you any query from your side. So whichever may be the query, it is a very, that session is particularly to remove any such type of the confusion for the implementation. And I expect some institutes, if they will ready, then GTU will form a program and the methodology for the implementation with the affiliated colleges. So there will be a good model for the other technical university of the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words and briefing about the efforts of GTU for implementing NEP 2020. Thank you, sir. Now, moving forward, before we start the main session, I would like to briefly introduce our today's expert speaker, Dr. Nitish Purohit, sir. Dr. Nitish Purohit is a professor at Indian Institute of Information Technology, Allahabad, Prayagraj, UP. His research work has been published in many reputed journals like IEEE Transaction, IEEE Journals, IEEE Signal Processing Letters, Elsevier, Springer Journals, IET Communication, etc. Dr. Purohit has delivered more than 60 invited talks in various FDP, conferences, workshops, including a few motivational talks to meritorious school children under Inspire and NASI Fellowship. His academic achievements include transfer of 3D printer technology to Indian telecom industry, Mankapur. Its commercial production has been already started. He has also handled ambitious information technology projects and undertaking challenging consultancy projects. As a national coordinator of the Flexible Academic Program, he is working towards implementation of National Education Policy 2020. He is the Associate Dean, Chairman of CSTCP, member of International Affairs Committee, Nodal Officer Study in India Program. Also, earlier, he has contributed to IIITA as Head of ECE Department, Associate Dean, Chairman of CCLCAA Ordinance Draft Committee, member of IARC, member of Institute Advisory Committee. Further, he is external member of Academic Ethics Committee, IIT Kanpur. He is a senior member of IEEE. Thank you very much, sir, that you have joined for this program. Now, I welcome you all for the session. Now, I will welcome Nitish Purohit, sir, to start the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. माननीय कुलपति महोदय, प्रोफेसर प्रभाकर, उपस्थित सभी निदेशक, सीनियर डीन, फैकल्टी मेंबर्स, सभी को नमस्कार। आप सभी का धन्यवाद कि इस सेमिनार का आयोजन किया और हम एक महत्वपूर्ण विषय पर चर्चा करेंगे। We all are aware that a very ambitious national education policy has been worked on by the government of India in year 2020, to be precise, 29th July of 2020. And we started in September 2020 to work, to think, to develop a framework under which the implementation can be done. We all have studied the national education policy, and we all are very sure that it is going to bring huge change in coming few years. The only thing is we need to understand and we need to implement it properly. So since September 2020, in last more than 1.5 years or so, several programs we have organized. We have collected inputs from various different persons. We have interacted with the top level persons, including the chairman of AICT, AIU, directors of different IITs, IIITs, NITs, vice chancellors of various universities, technical universities, and we have been collecting opinions that how the implementation should be done, what should be the framework. And by unifying all these inputs, we have prepared this flexible academic program. I already circulated this particular very short book on FAP to all of you. I hope that you have already gone through it. So in this presentation, I am just going to briefly introduce whatever is already there, already circulated. To begin with, what we need to understand is this FAP is just a framework. It is not a new degree or a diploma program. It is simply saying that whatever are the different options which are available, how they can be interlinked. The name of the program, the name of the degrees may remain same. The existing degrees like BE, BTech, ME, MTech and PhDs and other things. The award of degree will be like this only. But in this program, in this framework, how these different innovations described, introduced in NEP 2020 should be integrated. This has been tried out, and we have come up with a comprehensive ordinance which can be adopted by any university, any autonomous institutes like institutes of national importance, which includes IITs, NITs, IIITs and other things. And we are working towards this particular guideline. In NEP itself, it is suggested that we are going for a large scale change in the educational framework. उच्चतर शिक्षा प्रणाली में आमूलचूल बदलाव. This is something very important to understand. The government is ready, the nation is ready for this huge change. If we just look at the different fundamental principles mentioned in the National Education Policy 2020, and if we just side by side see the provisions which we are talking about in the flexible academic program, you will see that most of these fundamental programs are basically the basis for development of these provisions. And many people are suggesting that actually this NEP 2020 is going to become a game changer. And the equivalence is being drawn from this chaos theory, and it is a mathematically proved fact. It is not just a saying. Those who understand chaos theory, they know that a butterfly flaps its wing in the Amazon jungle. That is very small change somewhere in the world happened, and then Subsequently, it is possible that a storm ravages the entire Europe. So this is the impact of education. This is the potential of the education. If you bring a small, very small change in the education system, a few years down the line, there will be huge change in the society. What we have been experiencing. A few changes done by British government a few years back, and what are the impacts we have observed. So whenever you change the education, there will be change in the society. And that is something what we are going to do, what we are proposing now. Very first thing is the philosophical change. When we are admitting our children into school, the aim is not like this that he will out of after third class, fourth class, sixth class, or 10th class. The 12th is the target. Obviously, some cannot go to 12th class for some regions because of poor performance, because of other regions, and they dropped out, and that is always there. Similarly, in the education, we always target that PhD is something which should be earned by every student who should enter into the class. Whomsoever is studying, he should target PhD as the degree. He should try to achieve PhD in his career time. Obviously, we will give the midway exits. If someone is having some other urgency or change of interest, then after 1 year, 2 year, whenever he wants, he should be able to leave. And the system should be so flexible and smooth that he should be able to join again whenever he want a change again, whenever he want to return to basics, whenever he want to rejoin the same program. Now, in the current scenario, if we want to adjust in the current structure, then actually it is very, very difficult. Implementation level is very difficult. And that's why we are saying that we should switch to this FAP program. From the scratches we are designing. We are utilizing the information technology facilities available. And I'm just going to show you that how we are going to do it. Very important aspect which need urgent addressing is these opportunities of moving into different institutes at different points of time. And actually, this is something which is a solution to a very big problem associated with the science domain students who are aspirants for the technology. We have seen that students started to prepare for the JEE, advanced JEE, and they are trying hard. They are not studying in the school. They are going to coaching classes and other things. Because the core reason is if they miss JEE mains, then they are going to lose greater opportunities in life. Now, this is something which we need to change. And how to change it? The idea is we should give them multiple opportunities. We need to build a system where we say that, okay, if you could not perform well in the JEE, get admission in somewhere, some colleges, wherever you are getting, and then after 1 year, after second year, after third year, there will be opportunities. Because the important is you want, you have a desire. Okay. So you have a desire to move to the higher institutes, and there should be a framework in which it should be allowed. So that is the core concept of behind allowing this, and that's why I said that in the current circumstances it is not possible. We have to have a robust platform for this thing. Another one is, this is also important. Every program as of now is year-bound program. We are saying that BTech will be awarded in 4 years, MTech will be awarded in 2 years after that, and so on. Now, this is also something which is required to be changed. And this is something which is suggested in any piece. That we should emphasize on the credits rather than time. That is, if we say that suppose in this FAP program we are saying 160 credit is the requirement for earning the BTech degree, BE degree, then whenever the person earns 160 credits, let it be his or her choice, the choice of the student. If someone is feeling competent enough and trying to cover the 160 credit, earn the 160 credits in 3 years or 3.5 years, BTech should be awarded. If someone has some other priorities and you want to learn little slower, let it be. There should not be a take of the failure that someone has done a 4-year course in a 5-year or 6-year. It's his choice. So this is something we need to see. It's your priority. You are doing something else. You are doing you are helping your father in the business or something like this. Just go slow. Take less credits in each semester. And when we are saying that we are going to allow this, it is not possible if you do not go for this financial model. We cannot charge the fees for a semester. We should not charge for the semester fees. Instead, we should charge for whatever credits opted by the student. So if someone is studying slow, because suppose the financial condition is poor, then also it is permissible in this particular thing, because he take less courses, pay less. And this is something which is having a very interesting model where we are saying that the fees is decided by the faculty who is offering the program. So suppose you are having a few faculty members in your consortium who are saying that they don't want to earn much. It's education is something which should be available for free, and I want to offer the course free. So that particular course, nothing is required to pay by the student except some administrative charges and so. So the flexibility of fees is something which can be introduced. At the same time, we need to understand that the institutes or colleges have some infrastructure, they have to run it. So we can collect some infrastructure fees from the admitted students. So these two portions are required to be separated. Even currently we are doing it. We are separately collecting the tuition fees and other fees. So tuition fees is something which will be removed from this semester-wise collection. Instead, depending upon the credits on, the fees should be collected. Now another change that we are proposing here is this, which is a very, very emphasized part of the national education policy. We are saying that the holistic education is something which must be introduced as a core part of the curriculum. And different students have different level of expectation, different interest. So as of now, if you just see at the BTech curriculum, what we are doing, we are already having this kind of subjects. We are teaching them principles of management. We are teaching them professional communication. We are teaching them a lot of such things. And this is something what you see, that this is something which is actually teaching them the English language. And actually it is not required. For the different regions. If someone is really want to learn it, yes, the option is available. But if someone is not interested to learn this part, instead he is more interested in learning the Hindi literature, he is more interested in learning the history, the geography, then this is something which should be allowed. And at the same time, we are saying that community service is a very, very important part. It must be included as a credit in the course. And we have tested one particular model, what we call the orientation camp last year at IIIT Allahabad. We engaged several organizations who are working in the society. We allowed our students to work there as a volunteer. We monitored them, we assessed their performance, how they did the community service, and we graded them. And this is something a compulsory course at IIIT Allahabad started since last year. So we wanted to adopt this model, that this is how these things should be done. A student, whatever he is doing, it need to be graded, and credit should be given to it, and that credit should be accumulated. So this is something what we are trying. And this is the model what we are suggesting. And as I said that this semester what I am writing over here, or this year which I am writing over here, this is just a time, you can say time skills, because in which the teaching should be done. But in a given semester, how much credits a student can opt for, this is something we can keep flexible. The only thing is, whenever 40 credits are earned, this is the minimum basic exit point. And as I said, in the schooling, we want that students should go out after 12. Similarly, our aim is the student should minimum stay in the system for 4 years, so that the BTech BE degree should be earned to him. Anyone if opting for the exit point, we need to counsel him or her that this is not a good option. But yes, the choice should be there. So we are saying that the curriculum that we have designed, we have kept 20 credits in each semester here. Every 20 credits in each semester. So that in the 8th semester, 160 credits should be completed, and the BTech degree requirement should be there. But as I said that it can be further extended, or it may be done in a little shorter time. This I have already said. So another very important deviation that we are going to introduce is this thing. As of now, the medium of instruction is associated with the program, with the course. BTech with English medium, BA with English medium, and something like this. Now, this is something which requires a change. The course will not have any medium. The program itself will not have any medium. In fact, these several courses will be offered in different languages as a medium of instruction. A student has a facility to choose 2 courses in the English medium language, 1 course in the Gujarati, 1 course in the Hindi medium. The course may be a scientific course. The only thing is the way it is taught in that particular lecture class. The teacher will speak in English, teacher will speak in Hindi, teacher will English in the Bengali, Gujarati. But yes, the books and other things will remain same. The reference book will remain English if no Gujarati book is available. But we are sure that if 10 Bengali teachers here at IIIT Allahabad, we have some 7-8 Bengali teachers, and they are saying they already started. They are teaching, they are making the videos in Bengali, and then whatever is being recorded today, if you just note it down, it will become a book. So this is how the side by side the curriculum in the regional languages will get developed. And let it be the choice of the student. If you want to learn electrical engineering in English, but mathematics in the Gujarati, it should be allowed. So this is something we are saying. The medium of instruction is not associated with the program. It is associated with the individual subject, individual course, and availability of the teacher. Whenever teacher are floating the course, they are announcing that I'll teach this course in this particular language, and that is precisely acceptable. So whenever someone is going out and someone want to re-enter after some time, we need to maintain the proper record. And that's why we are saying that we are going to create, we have already started creating this thing. I have given you the website, fapis.in. You can right now log in and just see it. Website is there. The FAP integrated services, all services, all the backbone software is available, all services to all the stakeholders, all the users. Users may be students, users are the teachers, users are the FAP coordinators of the institutes, users are the consortium head, the consortium coordinator. There are several users, the financial officers, and so many persons. What we need to understand one more thing, in different systems, the definition of the credit is also different. So here, whenever we are saying the credit, this credit has a meaning, And the meaning is like this: if I am saying 1 hour of lecture, it means it is 1 credit. So when we are saying any subject we are running the subject with the LTP, it's already there everywhere. But the meaning of the credits and the interpretation of the mapping of credit in terms of time, in terms of engagement is different. Here, our definition is, we are saying if L is equal to 1, there is a course, suppose there is a 3 credit course, and the distribution is 1, 1, and 1. So it means that the student will have 1 hour of the theory class in 1 week in the on time of the semester. It is equal to 2 hours. So 2 hour of the tutorial class and 2 hour of the practical class. In some systems, it is 1-to-1 mapping. In some system, it is 1-to-1.5, and I have seen some systems where 1-to-2.5 is also there. So just don't compare that. Currently, we are giving the BTech degree in 190 credits or 260 credits, or it depends how you are defining the credit. The only thing is the student has 24 hours in a day. Our credit requirements, our credit mapping into hours should be like this, that within a 4-year time, when we are saying 160 credits should be accumulated, it should be reasonable enough. So a lot of thought process has been given into it. Yes, while introducing, someone said this. We build a 2018. We built a ordinance, and we have a thorough study in this particular part, starting from this point, that from 24-hour, how much credit should be given in a semester, and from this logic we came to the 20 credits per semester. It's reasonable enough. If you are opting more than 20 credit, actually you are pushing little harder yourself, and because of this the study time available for each subject may not be enough. But yes, it's something we need to leave it on this the students. So this is something which is there, that how many uh, when you are earning 40 credits in the first year, 2020 credits or 80 credits or so. So as per the proposed curriculum, you will see that we are keeping here the HESS, that is the non-technical courses. So 6 credits are being available in the first year. 20 credits are available over here, and that's why you are coming. You can see over here that how these credits are there. From first year to last year, you will find that there are credits belonging to HESS basket, Human Engineering and Social Sciences basket, which are available. So the idea is like this, that the student will enter after the 12th class, and the student should ideally exit after 8th year of his study, and the exit should be with respect to the PhD. But one important aspect that we need to understand, PhD is a degree which cannot be earned by simply learning from the books. You need to develop the research aptitude. You need to earn research credits. So this is a very, very important aspect what has been introduced and embedded here. And that's why when we are saying that earning the research credit is required, it means this 8-year time has become notional only. Because depending upon your problem, you may require more time from here. But this is the bare minimum. If someone is continuing like this, I'm going to show you the syllabus, and you will be convinced. And in fact, everyone was convinced when we discussed and presented this concept in the national conference on FAP, where several experts of various directors of different IITs were there, and people were arguing that how can you give the PhD in 8-year time? And then we discussed this thing that there is a concept of the research credits, which is guaranteeing the quality of the PhD, because research credits are something which cannot be earned by learning the subjects. by giving the examination. These are something which are required to be earned by the research activities. The research activities is something which we are leaving it on the consortium to decide, because in different consortiums, depending upon the different aims, objectives, resources available, it may be differently defined. At our institute, we are saying that we are going to define this research credit accumulation in terms of the publication, where the publication is being made. If it is an SCI, if it is an IEEE transaction, if it is a reputed journal, then we may give 3 credits for each such publication. If someone is actually get a Indian patent, then we will give some 3 credits for this and something like this. This is something which may be defined separately by different institutes. Someone may say that definitely making the a review paper in some field, that is something. So it is more or less no new work, but just a comprehensive compilation of the existing work. So some credit may be given to it. Some may go for the industry training, specialized training, and that can be accommodated as a research credit. So what activities will be there in the research credits? How many research credits should be there at different exit points? This is something which you need to think over and define and decide. But our recommendation is like this, that any students who is earning the Master of Technology degree, he should earn at least 2 research credits. That is, there may be one research publication, there you may define, there may be some new lab experiment developed by that particular person. The thesis itself may be of 2 research credit, because MTech thesis is also something as a new innovative idea, at least is required to be illustrated. So the MTech thesis itself may be said that it is of 2 research credit or something like this. So what should be the definition of research credits, and what are the different ways in which the research credit should be earned? This flexibility should be given to the students. So this is something a very important part, that after this you are required to see that how many credits you want. Then these research credits are different than these credits which we are talking about. The difference is these research credits are through the class teaching, through the standard practical lab conduction, through the mini major projects that at the undergraduate and PG level we used to do, and something like this. So these two, the differentiation between these two is something which we need to understand. And yes, when we are saying that multiple students are moving out, we are allowing the multi-exit. Then at the same time, for the obvious practical reasons, you cannot run the batch with a lower strength. It is not financially viable, because ultimately whatever we are doing, it should be financially viable. So if we are allowing the multi-exit, at the same time, we must say that we are going to allow the lateral entry. So at each point wherever we are offering the exit, we have to offer the lateral entry as well. So this is something we already proposed, something that how should be the entry done, and what are the other provisions which should be taken care of. But yes, as a consortium, one can decide that what should be the norms for this lateral entry. But as far as the entry into the system at this particular point is concerned, it should be as of now to begin with, until unless NEP is implemented at the school level. As I said that we are very keen to get away with this examination process of JEE and other things like this. And this is going to happen very soon when NEP is implemented at the school level. I urge you all just to very carefully read the NEP, especially what is going to happen in the school education. If that will be implemented, then there will be no such JEE examinations, and then there will be a smooth induction of the students into this particular program. Till then, we can wait for a few more years, and I suggest that at the entry level, we can go for whatever is the entry mechanism that you are having. For example, we are taking the admission through JOSA, through the JEE mains, and at GTU, whatever is your way of admission, you should go ahead with that particular admission process at different levels. Now, as I said that there is a holistic approach that we have been talking about, and this is something which you can see over here. As I said that in every semester we are keeping the courses of HESS, we are emphasizing on the community service, and this is something which is always there. In every semester you will see it is there. Now, if you are having the NCC program or NSS program in your institute or college, then you might be aware that they are having a standard 24 credit program. NCC is doing it. So this 3 credit program, this is the reason actually we are keeping everywhere this. In the 8th semester, if someone is opting for this 3 NCC credit program, then he is going to get an NCC certification. And this is something which we are taking at par with this HSS courses, because I have seen that and I know that this NCC module is very good. Similarly, we are talking to different specialized non-technical institutes like IIMs, like Delhi University, like JNU, like our GV Pant institutes at our of social sciences, and we are requesting them to uh, develop this 2024 credit modules for this HESS, and that may be made available to our students. So they may choose this different one. And Govind Vallabh Pant Institute already signed an MOU with us, and they are going to offer it, which is one of the best in India, let me tell you, in the social sciences. So this is something what is there. If you see the curriculum, I said that the 2020 credit is something which we are keeping in every semester. And you can see that every course we are saying that what should be the LTP curriculum. Everywhere we have defined it like this. We have said here that okay, electronic workshop should be there and the mini project should be there. This is also something which we have included, because we are giving exit after 1 year. We are allowing exit. Giving means we are not forcing. In fact, it should be other way around. Whenever someone is asking for the exit, we should try to convince don't exit before 4 years. Still, then if someone is existing because of because of any reason, if he want to exit, then he must learn something so that some job opportunity, some business opportunity should become available to him. So this is just an example for the ECE curriculum. Similarly, there is a curriculum for the IT. And the choice for ECE and IT for 2 regions in the pilot run. The first one is IT is a branch where the lab requirement is minimal. Everything can be done on computer. And ECE is something where moderate lab requirement is there. Most of the things can be done on the computer, but the lab sizes are also small enough. But if we just see the mechanical engineering or the civil engineering or such kind of things, you require huge electrical engineering. In fact, you require huge labs. Lab setup is required, and that is something later on it can be included. But in a pilot run, yes, it is being suggested. Okay, program is good, it appears good, but it should have a pilot run too, because when you run in a pilot mode, you will get more inputs, more feedback, and then you can optimize the program accordingly. So what you can see that in this, when we are giving the multiple exit, we have to define that after completion of 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, what are the targeted skills, and accordingly we need to design the syllabus. And this is something what we have done. So someone who has taken the entry in the FAP in ECE program, and after 1 year, what the person is supposed to learn, what he will definitely learn, is something which is mentioned over here. And if someone is exiting from here, definitely he can develop some simple circuits. So with this aim in mind, we have defined the minor details of the syllabus of these different courses. All these courses are standard everywhere it is running, but with this thing, keeping this thing in mind, what should be the minor adjustments in this syllabus curriculum? This can also be thought of. Already we have done, as I said. So you may have a look, and then you can see that this is something which is there. So when the program is offered, as of now, what happens that when the student is getting admission in the first semester, then only the first semester courses are being opened for that particular student. But here it is not so. We are going to open the first semester as well as the second semester students, and we are going to make timetable simultaneously. When someone is registering there, the timetable is available. He may see that actually those courses which are running in the different slots, only those courses can be opted. You cannot opt the courses which are running in the same slot. So registration, that's why I said that I'm going to just give you a demo as well, that how this is being done. So the entire first year course is being offered at the time of admission, and then the student may opt for little less course from here or more course from the first, some from the first year, some from the second year, because all these are the basic courses for which prerequisite is not required. And this is a very important term which I am using here, prerequisite. When we start the courses like this, we start from the scratches. Even if someone does not know anything, he can learn all these subjects from the scratches. But when we move ahead, suppose I want to teach digital communication to someone, I cannot teach if the person has not studied the signals and systems, the probability theory, probability and statistics, something like this. So this is a way in which we need to understand that how the subject should run, and when we are eliminating the notion of semesters, then how it should be addressed. So what we have done, we have done with the basis of credits. We are saying, okay, these are the first year subject, these are there. When you move to the third semester, then we are saying that the third semester courses can be opted by the person who has earned at least 30 credits or so. And with the credit limit, one more thing, just now I gave you the example of the digital communication. When someone has to take the digital communication as a subject, the prerequisite subject or the credit earned from that particular student need to include this signals and systems or the analog communication or something like this. So whenever a subject is being displayed and someone is choosing, someone is opting that, okay, I want to enroll in the digital communication system, our FAPIS program will see that has he already earned those subjects or not. If it is not, then that is not allowed to that particular person. So this is how we need to go ahead. The student may choose those subjects which are independent, especially in the IT. You will find that all the subjects are more or less independent. Not all, but yes, majority of subjects. But it is not so in the electrical and in the electronics and communication and mechanical and engineering subjects. There is a hierarchy which is being created. The subjects are linked. So this is something which we are going to take care at the time of registration, and that's why when we are saying that shortening the duration will be a bit difficult, but yes, increasing the duration is good enough. Now, if you just see that how we are implementing the multi-discipline concept, then you will find that it is also something which is really innovative. Currently, in our BTech curriculum or BE curriculum, what we are offering are the electives. Now the problem is the student is someone who is looking from the job perspective. So he want to work in the VLSI technology as well, VLSI design as well. At the same time, he want the job in the IT company. At the same time, he want the job in the cyber security type of things, wireless communication system. So what the person is doing is taking this different electives. One elective wireless communication, one elective this, one elective that. And after 4 years, when someone is moving out, actually he knows something in all of this field, but he cannot be employed in any one of this field. So what is being suggested that instead of offering the 3 credit, 4 credit subjects, let us develop modules, and these modules should be complete. These modules should start preferably from the scratches if possible. That is, anyone, if someone is doing mechanical engineering, and if you want to learn wireless communication, then these 16 credits should be divided into those subjects which should have 1-2 basic subjects of 2 credits or so, such that from scratches you are teaching him and then you are keeping him to one level. It includes the project as well. That is entirely dependent upon the module. Some module maybe, suppose the same wireless communication system, I design a module of 16 credit at IIIT Allahabad, and the same module is designed by the IIT Kanpur, or same module is designed by some of the in your GTU college or something like this. So they may have their different compositions. It entirely depends upon who is the head of that particular group, what is their philosophy, what is their resources, availability of resources at their end. So definitely the kind of resources which are available at IIT Kanpur are not available with us, and whatever are available with us, definitely some other institute may not have those resources. So whatever is the availability of the resources, depending upon that, the same module may be differently organized by different institutes, and actually this is the way the multidisciplinary is being implemented. Any person of any discipline should be able to take up these modules. Not all, but yes, if possible. If it is not possible, if you don't want to include the basic things, then you can definitely define some prerequisite that, okay, my wireless communication module is like this. Only those persons who knows digital communication, who knows antenna engineering, who knows microwave, only those will be allowed. This is also something you can do. So how these modules will be developed, it is entirely dependent upon the choice of those teachers who are offering this module. So this is the way. For the student point of view, some modules are available readily. He need to choose just one module and he need to earn. So when he has learned that particular module, it means now he learned almost everything. Almost everything. If not everything, then up to a level he has a knowledge which can be used for some purposes. And you can see that this is going on. HESS is going on. Sports and other things are going. So having said this thing, as I said, all these features can be implemented at any institute or college level. Till now, we have not said anything about the movement of the students except the initial introduction. But as I said, that multi-institute movement is very, very urgent requirement which should be allowed to students if we really want to address that initial problem of preparing or spending just 4 years our children are spending in Kota to get admission in a 4-year course. What 8 years they have lost. So we are saying that multi-institute movement is something which should be allowed. So in this program, what we are proposing is like this, that there should be consortiums of homogeneous kind of institutes and heterogeneous kind of institutes too, whatever is there. Once it will go into the field, definitely all type of consortiums will be developed. So what parallelly we are trying, and already we are in touch with several national level institutes of national importance, and you know that one set of institutes are IITs are taking admission via JEE Advance, and NITs and IIITs and similar institutes are taking the admission via JEE Mains. So we are saying, okay, there should be two part of this INIS consortium. When we initially actually this FAP was designed and planned for INIS, but as I said that when we are collecting the inputs from different persons, particularly the chairman of the AICTE proposed this thing and he was right. Ultimately, we have find out later on that this is something which will have more viability at the state level. In fact, in the conference independently, Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir of your university, Professor Seth, has also opined independently. He said the same thing what AICT chairman told me a few months back, that this is something the pilot run should be conducted at the geographically different levels. So one pilot run may be at the Gujarat, one pilot run may be in the UP, one pilot run may be in the MP or something like this, because there the implementation is comparatively simpler. And actually those are the students who should get the benefit, at least some of them. So topper of the consortium of GTU has definitely that eligibility and credentials, so that he should be given opportunities, at least not for the full time, not for the permanent movement. At least he or she should get the opportunity to visit any IIT, triple IT, Indian institutes of national importance and learn something for 1 year or 6 months or so. He has that deserve because he is an Indian student. Ultimately, we all are same. It's just a matter of, so all the opportunities, all the resources should be made available to all, and this is just one way. So within the consortium itself, you might have a different institutes which are having the different facilities. They may be at par, but it is not possible that all the state of art lab can be started, established at all the colleges, all the institutes. It may be possible. Some of the GTU institutes may have very good infrastructure in the microwave lab, and some may have very good infrastructure in the some other lab, in communication lab or wireless communication lab or something like this. So that infrastructure sharing may be done very easily if we are going for this model. So some of the students may opt some courses and they may visit one particular college in a semester, learn all the subjects, use all the lab facilities available, and then they may move to the other institutes in the next semester or after next 1 year or so. So something like this may be planned. But all the resources available at all the institutes of the state should be available to all. Definitely, there is some fees and other things that is something consortium may decide and FAPs will implement. The more important part is when this type of consortiums will be created for the technical institutes for running the BTech BE kind of programs. Similarly, the non-technical institutes, the traditional arts, commerce, languages, they may also have the same thing. As I said, FAP is just a framework which is equally applicable everywhere. So they will take the admission after 12th class in the social sciences and they will go up to PhD. And these modules, as I said, are available. So it is always possible that when we are giving the flexibility, someone is not opting the HESS courses in every semester. Instead, he is accumulating it. And in one of the semester, he is visiting, suppose Delhi University or some JNU or something like this, and then earning this entire credit in a one go. So this is something. Some IIM is also there. We are talking to some IIM as well, who are offering some management modules. They are preparing it. So something like this kind of institutes may be there, and there are several flexibilities, opportunities available as per the uh, different experts may design the modules and they may offer, and as per the availability, the students may choose. A more important part is this, which you can see over here. One movement is within the consortium. In the GTU created a consortium, and within the GTU, the students are allowed to move, and it is simple to implement because GTU can decide. Suppose similar consortium is created at the UP in the AKTU, and similar consortium is created here among the triple IITs and NITs. One consortium is here among the IITs. Then actual FAP final benefits will be available. The larger benefits will be available if we allow this inter-consortium movement too. So there should be some agency which should coordinate this thing, which should define norms for this, and definitely the individual consortium's head should be a part of this committee, should be a part of this agency. And having identified this, Triple IT Allahabad Prayagraj already wrote a letter to the ministry that there is a need of establishing such a nodal agency which we can go for the terminology defined in NEP 2020. One specific term, MERU, is defined. It is Multidisciplinary Education Research University. So one MERU may be established by the government. We have submitted a proposal, and the purpose of this MERU is to create an overall, you can say an overall mechanism that how the inter-consortium movements should happen. At the same time, Meru can always say, okay, once Meru is there, and suppose it is having the degree awarding power as well, just like ours, we are the institutes, all the institutes of national importance. In fact, these are governed by the Act of Parliament. This Meru is going to be created by the Act of Parliament. It may have its own degree awarding power. So, in the little later stage, what in the book I have written as a full faith. In the little later stage, it is possible that at the centralized level, this Meru itself will take the admission of all the students, and all these colleges affiliated with the different consortiums will be the study center of this particular Meru, where these students will be distributed using the FAPIS platform, and the degree will be awarded by the Meru itself. But till then, it is the respective institutes, it is the responsibility of the consortium where the student are getting admitted. It is just like another student, just like BTech BE program of your college. It is the admission will be done and degree will be awarded by the individual persons. Now, what I can propose is something like this, that to begin with, if GTU want that it should be implemented, and if it should be implemented at the pilot run or so, you can envision that what can be done. So definitely you need to formally build a consortium. What should be the governing structure of the consortium, you may decide yourself. But the important part is, in the pilot run, those institutes which are running UG, PG and PhD programs, if they have the authority, they should be involved, so that the 12th to PhD concept will remain there. How many seats should be allowed? It is something you may decide. But yes, addition of the seat involves the counter, you can say, permission from the IICT, other it will require time. So one way out is GTU may allow its constituent colleges to reshuffle whatever existing strength, intake strength that they are having. Suppose they are having the 500 seats and they are taking some 105 branches. So you can say, okay, keep the 500 as it is, but instead of 100, you can give some 80 and 100 seats may be created. So it's up to you that how it can be done. But yes, just the internal reshuffling of the seat matrix is possible, and you can allow this thing. So there is no need of shutting down any ongoing program. Just a little reshuffling will work. Entry exit, I already told you that it is via your existing mechanism, your existing counseling system. Just like the student is getting the choice at the time of counseling that he may go for the BTech in EC, BTech in IT, mechanical engineering, something like this. It will go in FAP in IT, FAP in EC, and as I said, the degree will be same because of multiple achievements are there. So someone may choose at the time of counseling. So everything will be there, the seat matrix and other things and everything. Now, inter-consortium, now, as I said, you need to define and you need to take care of this very, very important aspect. If the students will move, then what will happen to the students, to the institutes where this, which is the parent institute. So you may think of it, you can work on this, that how many credits are required to be completed. This is just an example. You may change it to 40% to 60% or whatever you would like to, but this is something which should be defined, that what should be the role of the parent institute when you are allowing the students to move, and what kind of actually this retention fee should be there. As I said, that if all the institutes of the lowest rung college moves to the highest rung college, how the institute will run. Some, you may define that some retention fees may be there, or these are the norms which I am just proposing, that these are the minor details you need to work on if you have to build and run a consortium. So how many duration is possible, and these are the things. Already all these are there in the book in much detail. All this have been discussed, how the movement should be stored and how it can be implemented. Now very quickly I'm showing you some screenshots. You may go to this particular website and this is the landing page. So this FAPIS is a integrated service platform. As I said, without this it is not possible to implement the FAP. The person may be, the student may be, the faculty may be of any consortium. He may be studying in the GTU consortium or AKTU consortium or IIIT consortium or IIT consortium. This is the final backbone where everything will be there. Everyone will get the services from this particular FAPIS platform. Who is creating it? We are creating it. This is a Section 8 company. You know, Section 8 is a non-profit company. And the government has instructed all the institutes to create a Section 8 company so that the incubation activities can run primarily, and the faculties may also float their product very easily. So this is something for which almost all institutes, IIT Kanpur is around 100, I guess among 112 such Section 8 companies. We have just one. And this is something a company running at IIT Kanpur. It is handling a major cybersecurity project of Government of India, and they have developed a very good innovative products. We requested them that the academic bank of credit, which is required to be created for the FAPIS students, must be very secured and robust. They agreed to extend their support, and based on the blockchain technology, actually we are creating it. And this academic bank of credit is local to FAPIS, but at the same time the academic bank of credit created by the Government of India at the national level, that will be handshaking, and we can see that how the different credit systems will work. So you can go over there on this website. Right now it is there, not completely built, but yes, it's there. Something, all this will be visible there. These are the screenshots I have taken. So what you can see that we have created different logins. So all the students who have opted FAP program in GTU colleges are supposed to enroll here as well. The list GTU consortium will pass to the FAPIS, and FAPIS will feed it there so that the students can enroll. Similarly, every institute, every college of GTU which is offering the FAP program need to assign one person, he may be dean or director or principal of that institute, who need to act as a FAP coordinator. The GTU itself may appoint someone who should be the overall consortium head. It may be the vice chancellor or someone nominated by vice chancellor. So the flow will start like this. This consortium head first of all give us the FAPIS, the norms through which the consortium will function. It will give you the list of institutes which are participating institutes, participating colleges, and FAP this FAPIS platform will enter all this over here, and it can then list of FAP coordinators is also provided by this. Those FAP coordinators can enroll and create their account. These FAP coordinators will say, okay, these are the subjects this particular college is going to offer, and these are the faculty members who are associated, and these faculty members will get now the enrollment, and they need to submit the information that how many students, what is the language of medium, and other things. And then finally these courses will become visible to the students dashboard, and they can opt it. And this is, as I already said, that the Meru is created. We have created, like as of now we have created here 2 logins. As soon as Government of India creates this, then this will become functional. But as far as GTE consortium is concerned, these 4 dashboards, these 4 entities will be good enough. When you click over here, you will reach to this landing page where you are required to log in. What a particular person can do, it is displayed over here. And when you log in, you will see that these are the different functions which are available, and these are just temporary, just to give you a feel that something is there. Then what should be the dashboard for the faculty coordinator, FAP coordinator? What is the dashboard for the faculty? And we are building. So this is the way FAP has been developed. This is very short introduction of FAP to you. And as I said that we have been working on this since a long time, and we are involved really experts of the area. For an example, if you just see at this particular logo, this is designed by the BHU, the Visual Arts Department of BHU. You can just search the Google. It is one of the top institutes of the visual designs, and just see that how deep is the meaning of this particular logo. So this is the level how the people are involved and they are contributing. Okay. So we are getting, yes, we you can see over here, we are very fortunate to have inputs, very significant inputs from Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Navin said sir, and definitely P.K. Mishra Sahab, who is very keen to implement this at the AKTU. Probably they are lagging behind. I don't know that will they be able to make it in 2022-23, but definitely in near future they are going to give it. But he is continuously giving us several inputs. And as I said, he is the person who is instrumental, who is the head of the C3I, who is the Padma Shri, well-known international figure, very closely working and monitoring all these aspects. And yes, this is someone who is the basic inspiration. You all must, a Gujarati person, you must be aware of this person, Honorable Sri Atul Kothare ji. He has been National Secretary of the Shiksha Sanskriti Utthan Nyas, and they are really working hard to implement NEP 2020, and there are several more aspects. You may see the Twitter we have created, website we have created. In fact, there is another website you can see that for the conference we have created it, fap.iita.ac.in. On this website, you will see the videos of several experts who participate in the first national conference. Many directors of IITs are there, NITs were there, and many other experts were there. What they have said about the FAP, what is their opinion about the FAP, you can just have a visit to this particular thing. We have a YouTube channel where all this YouTubes are uploaded. So this is all from my side. Thank you so much for a patient hearing. I am here to answer your queries. So over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for a nice session and explaining about one of the very important feature of NAP 2020, that is flexible academic program in micro details. Thank you, sir. Now I request all the participants to put forward your question one by one to our speaker. Anybody would like to ask any question, he or she may directly put forward your question to the expert speaker, Professor Nitish Purohit, sir. Please. Yes, anyone, please.
Namaskar, myself Gopal Bhati from MS University, Baroda.
Okay. Continue.
Sir, I wanted to know, that means in first semester and second semester, that is first year, the weightage of HESS is 6 credits.
Right.
So 6 credits out of, you can say 40.
Out of 40, right.
So in 4-year course, it will be around every year it is 6 credit or so?
It is variable.
It is variable. Like
So
maximum
the
how much?
table that I have shown you, in that table, it is explicitly mentioned that in every year what credits that we are giving.
Okay. Because I am from MSU Baroda, so I don't have that table with me, just so for that.
It is available on the website. When you go to the fap.iit.ac.in or fapis.in, you will get a link from which that brochure can be. In fact, it is a short book of 68 pages. You can download it and you can see that everything is there.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, okay, sir.
Yes.
That means HESS basically means other subjects than the technical subjects. Suppose I am a civil engineer, that means other subjects HESS will be there. That means as far as I understand, it can be finance, it can be management, it
Right.
can be arts, and so on.
Right. Correct. This is right.
Okay, okay, okay. But because I wanted to know that only because basically over and above the core courses, how much should be the weightage? Is this been decided as per the NEP?
No, actually, NEP, in fact, they did not tell any specific part that how much weightage should be there. NEP simply said that it should be holistic education where every credit should be accounted for. So there should not be anything which is over and above. There should not be extracurricular. Everything is curricular only. So this is the philosophy. According to different experts, we have discussed that how much should be there. Already we have identified that how much portion is there. In fact, at one point of time, IIT Kanpur Senate has discussed at length this particular issue, and they came up with the recommendation that the 50% of the BTech program should have these HESS courses. But actually, when they also tried to accommodate this, it was not possible because then you lose the expertise in the core field which you want to impart, and that's why it is little oversight.
Yeah, that's why, because I had heard in IIT something I have forgotten. They were saying that the weightage was around 40% weightage was given to the other subjects than the core subjects.
Right. Actually, this is something, as I said, that 50% is something we are looking for, but it is no, it cannot be at the cost of the expertise that we want to impart. If you are saying someone is engineer in computer science or in electronics, then core subject are non-negotiable. These are required to be taught, and that's why the place is not there. So whatever place is there, accordingly, actually, this has been included.
So, sir, in this HESS, that means it is inclusive of engineering sciences courses. It's also, that means I suppose if I say,
As I said, that it is an open basket. You may offer environmental engineering, you may offer history, you may offer language courses, you may offer foreign language, you may offer almost anything. In fact, I have seen GTU itself. You people have developed very good value education system program. Many of those courses can fit in very well into this particular HESS course program. Already you have expertise into this.
sir, I am from MS University Baroda. Sorry for saying that.
Okay.
But I wanted to know about the engineering subjects, or you can say science subjects. For example, they say that suppose maths. So what should be the weightage of maths in this whole suppose engineering, or what should be the weightage of physics on chemistry? That means, is that also be defined something?
No, it's a part of the main core engineering curriculum itself. These are the core courses actually. Maths is, you cannot separate maths from engineering. Engineering is developed over the maths. It is the core. So maths is there, physics is there. You can see, but yes, curriculum wise we have revised a bit.
Acha, sir, has it been defined by an AICTE, these things? Yeah, how much should be the weightage being given to maths, or how much should be given to physics, or how much should be given to chemistry, or so, since these are the basic science courses or maths that way.
Actually, if you just see, in fact, AICT chairman told it so many times. AICT is something which is issuing the advisories There are very rare chances when the AICT is giving some binding instructions. So several advisories have been issued, and these are context based. In different contexts, they have issued different things. In fact, this FAP program notification has been issued by the AICT with a request that all institutes should try to implement it. But yes, it is the institute's decision. It is the university's decision what should be implemented, what should not be implemented. But as such, there is no specific guideline which is given by the AICT that how much should be the percentage of the mathematics or the physics or the these courses. In fact, this is a autonomy available to the universities. GTU, I guess, may define this thing.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for giving a good outline.
Thank you.
Professor Purohit,
Yes, sir.
Dr. Prabhakar, as per NEP 2020, they are suggesting we have to wipe out all the affiliating types institute and we have to make an independent universities. But here we are talking about again, multi-institute consortium. Again, we are, going to centralization. So it is not a contradictory.
Actually, sir, if you just see it, what they are saying is there is a little different philosophy. The idea is like this, that suppose we take an example of our own institute. We are the Institute of Information Technology. Now, precisely, they are saying that these single disciplinary institutes will not serve the purpose when we are trying to impart holistic education. So, an engineering college who is running just engineering program, it cannot impart the holistic education. So, the idea is like this: every college should be encouraged to become multidisciplinary. They should offer engineering as well as the arts courses, other courses, and so on. And so that the holistic education should be available in campus. Till the time in the NEP itself it is written, till the time we can have this kind of linkages and cooperation between different institutes, so that quality education should be important. What is important? What is the aim? Every student should get opportunity of quality education of all domains. So this is something we are trying.
In professional education, particularly medical, universally they have a 4.5 year of coursework and plus 1 year internship, and they continue since long back,
Yes,
and
sir.
they are not changing this pattern. Our in engineering and professional courses, we are making so many experiments. Postgraduate education is not sufficient, then why we are insisting PhD and all?
Yes. So, sir, regarding medical education, I really having some strong reservations about the way these people have not changed. And I must proudly say that engineering education in this aspect is really something which has adjusted itself over the years. The way we used to teach earlier, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, and the way we are teaching today, it's entirely different. But this is something what medical field, they have not changed. They are teaching in the same way what they are teaching, and there are a lot of scope for changes. So FAP itself, we are not. That's why, in fact, in the NEP as well, if you just see the statement of the NEP, they are also not saying that they are going to touch the medical education, because a comprehensive thought process is required for the medical profession. But
one point is, we are sometimes insisting for skill development, and sometimes we are insisting for research-oriented work. So our system neither focusing on skill development, neither they are able to focus on research. So there is doldrum. I think where we are going, we don't know exactly.
right, and that's why actually, if you just see, this is something actually you correctly and rightly identified a very crucial issue. This has been discussed at several platforms, and several persons have shared this thing. And that's why if you just see the curriculum that we are proposing for this FAP program, we are giving ample opportunities to the students to start the incubation. work for the incubation, work for the industry, go for the internship. If you just see in the 8th semester, we have kept the BTech project with the HESS subjects only. There is no other subjects which can be opted in the online mode. And we, in fact, currently as well, our students in the 8th semester, we are allowing them to go to the industry and learn it. So these ample opportunities of learning are given to them up to the graduate level. It is sure that if someone is having that entrepreneurship aptitude up to the graduation level, by exploiting all these opportunities of learning, he will be able to develop something. But if for some reason, if someone is not able to do it, then instead of working for some MNC at some lower level, sitting on the bench, it is always better to go for the research, and that opportunity we are creating over here. And if you just see the curriculum I have shown you, if someone is going for the MTech research in a particular field, which already he has opted in his 6th and 7th semester module. For example, wireless communication, someone opted advanced in the 6th semester, advanced wireless communication he opted in the 7th semester. He did the BTech major project in the wireless communication, and now he want to go for the for the MTech. Now what happens in these modules, already he has learned everything about wireless communication. So the research is the only way out. That's why the MTech by research, initially it was started by IISc Bangalore about saying 4 years back. We also started it 2 years back. And this is the way to move ahead for the specific research. So it is the choice. If someone would like to go for research, it is available. If it is not there, because it cannot be mutually exclusive. We need the innovation, we need the entrepreneurship, we need the research as well. Without doing a quality research, it's very difficult in the long term to survive.
Sir,
As a nation, we are talking.
we have another issue. We are giving a lateral entry to diploma pass out student into second year. That is AICT pattern. And almost what is happening, we have an intake capacity more than the 12th A group pass out student. So in second year, so much of lateral entry is happening. So that is how we can accommodate into this model.
Yes. I already said that something. What should be the lateral entry mechanism? This is something at the consortium level need to be decided, and different consortiums may have different norms for this entry mechanism at different level. In fact, there are some webinars in which some universities have suggested that they are running the BSc courses in electronics and computer science and the other things, and they want to have a lateral entry. And this is something which is also required to be discussed at the consortium level, that such kind of people, if at all they are allowing along with the diploma, should they be entered at the second year level or third year level or so. But yes, all the existing program, there should be some opportunity. It's better to create the opportunities for such students.
Another point is when we are allowing student in a transferable manner into different institute to get a different courses into, who will offer the degree, which institute or which university?
Right. So as I said that we are talking about two different things. In this pilot run, suppose as I said, there are several institutes which are affiliated to GTU. GTU is building a consortium who is allowing this participating institutes to offer this particular program. So just like any other program they are running, I guess that the degree is awarded by GTU, and the study center or the institute name is mentioned on the mark sheets. So similarly, like this, in this as well, since the students are getting the entry through the standard mechanism instead of explicit BTech in IT or BTech in ECE program, he has opted for this particular thing. They are the parent institutes. As I said, the movement of the student is temporary. Parent institute may be left for some temporary duration for 1 semester or 2 semester. How many semesters one may move to the other institute? but he need to return back, and more or less it is credit transfer kind of thing which is accommodated over the FAPIS platform, and then the degree will be assigned by the parent institute in the way the other degrees are assigned by that particular institute or college. So that is the
No,
current model.
Sir, for affiliating institute, there is no problem of credit transfer because the syllabus will be same in all the
Right.
institutes. Main
Right.
issue will be we have a government colleges, granted colleges, and self-finance institute. So self-finance institute may not allow the student to go to other colleges, and even other college may not be able to accommodate them. So that is because of financial matter.
Right, okay, that's why actually I said I proposed two things because this is a genuine problem. In fact, they are not wrong. In fact, they need to take care of their finances as well to run the system. That is completely acceptable, and that's why we said that there are several dimensions. Actually, when you are saying that someone is allowed to move for 6 semester for 1 semester 6 month time to another institute, first thing is you are charging some retention fees, so some part you are already getting, which is from this from these students. Second one is when you are actually saying that this kind of opportunity is available to your college, to these students, then actually your intake will improve. It is always possible that the better quality student will prefer your college because such an opportunity you are offering. So by this you will have other benefits. So it's actually Gujarat is very vibrant state. They know the business, so they understand this different different opportunities available. What will be their long term impact? And I am very sure that a lot of people will come up with interest of joining this consortium. But yes, once you are a part of the consortium, you need to move on as per the rules defined by the consortium by you people, and this is something every more or less binding on all the participating institutes. Some may is in or some may is not in, as simple as that.
Another issue, sir, we are likely to face is multiple exit is okay. No problem. I don't think there will be any problem in implementation. But multiple entry, so every year or every 2 years, we have to give admission to the student. And unless and otherwise we have a dedicated time bound some mechanism, it will be difficult. Every year we are facing this problem.
So let me tell you actually how it is going to happen. As I said that everything is supposed to be managed by the FAPIS platform. So when we are saying multi-entry, it is a meaning. There is a bridge which is going on. Some students have opted out, and some previous year students want to take admission. So what is being done that it will be in two steps. First, those students which are the FAP students who opted out earlier and they want to re-enter, first priority will be given to them depending upon the number of available vacancy, depending upon the number of persons who have opted out, and depending upon in whichever institute it is available who are part of the consortium. If the person is interested, he may join. Once this option is exhausted, then the lateral entry will be opened. So this is the way it will run, and everything will be managed by the FAPIS on the time frames. There will be different timings, and accordingly they need to apply. If someone missed this time, he need to wait for another semester to re-enter.
One problem is, suppose student is taking completing some course in number of institutions, then who will offer the certificate?
No, actually, as I said, as I said that this is the norm defined by the consortium. In my presentation, I said that the 50% is something. If I am, if any student is taking admission at the parent institute at Institute X, then at least 50% of the credit he need to complete from that particular institute. It may be in the online mode, it may be in the on-campus mode or whatever. This percentage may be defined by the consortium. When you build the consortium, then these are the norms which will be defined. There may be some starting norm, and definitely over the time, based on the experience, you can always increase or decrease this percentage. So all these norms are required to be decided that because we need to take care of the colleges as well. We need to understand that proper financial system flow of the fund is required for availing the services. So this kind of thing is required to be taken care of. And since in the financial model, as I said, that it is the course wise, so every institute can define that what is more suitable to it, and accordingly, if this percentage may vary depending upon how much they are charging for each course.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Any other?
Any other queries?
Yes.
Yes, please
Good
go ahead.
afternoon, sir. Myself, Dr. Niraj Sharma. I am principal of GIDC Degree Engineering College affiliated to GTU. Sir, with reference to particularly regarding to the PhD study, as you may be aware, sir, particularly when many PhD topics and works are interdisciplinary. So in that case, sometime, for example, let me say about civil engineering, that is construction management subject is there. A person is pursuing his or her PhD on construction management. Then he or she may require some subject knowledge of interdisciplinary subject like law. That legal awareness and similarly in environmental management also sometimes. So would it be, sir, as any provision remains in this particular the system that he or she may not require to gain entire degree for the environmental law or particularly regarding to the construction law, but he or she may learn some of the module of from the LLB courses, and that particularly he or she may get the associated certification regarding to that. She has learned the environmental law, or she may have or he may have learned something particularly environmental subject, and then he or she may incorporate in his or her research.
Right. So, Dr. Niraj, if you just look at the way we are designing, we are saying that there are specialized modules, and these modules are available for the technical as well as the non-technical fields. As far as law is concerned, let me share with you, in the national conference, we invited Solicitor General of Uttar Pradesh as one of the speaker, and then he suggested that they are going to take it up in a big way at the national law universities, and they are going to go for this FAP system, and they are going to develop this modules of different laws. And one special request we made is for the laws relevant to cyber security and cyber law, because we are running a course at IIIT Allahabad. It is the cyber security and cyber law and internet security. So for that particular, we said that this module, and then he said exactly same thing what you are saying, that there will be different modules or different fields of law. It includes the environmental law as well. So it is not only the national law institutes. Every university is having the law college. They may come up with this kind of modules, and yes, this may be made available to all the PhD students, because this is the guide who is going to suggest. Everywhere it happens like this, depending upon the problem that is assigned by the guide to the student, he decides that these are the modules you should go for. So yes, some environmental modules may be allowed in my
Sir,
case.
and sir, one more thing that I would like to appeal or request you that, sir, if it would be considered, many times we are our students, as we university and UGC has already recommended the internships, and we have started all university. GTU has also started some to implement the internship. But sir, some of the live projects, if it would be considered, as government has regarding not for all the students, but for if some strategy would be there to work the students on live project, and it may be required some very interdisciplinary knowledge as per the outlines of the NEP 2020. So it would be also, sir, very much beneficial to implement the holistic knowledge for the NEP. For example, a person who may require the knowledge of after graduation, he may not aware with the proper system of that, but if he or she will work on the live project, then it would be very much helpful to learn understanding, and that will save also the time for his or her to in her career growth.
Right. So, Dr. Niraj, actually, if you just see the way we are implementing, in fact, all these things, provisions will become very simple to implement, because what will happen, suppose you propose it in the GTU consortium and GTU consortium agrees to it, it simply approve it, and then as soon as it approve it, it starts appearing in the dashboard of all the students, and any students may opt for it, and that's it. So this is the way, actually, that's why we are saying that this is going to be a very, very important, because implementation of all such ideas will become very simple. Whatever idea you are having, go to the GTU consortium. As soon as it approves, it starts appearing in the dashboards of all the students. Students will click, they start learning it. And then after 6 months or so, the practical results will be available that how effective it is. If it is not effective, definitely in the next run, GTU may say, okay, no, we are not offering this thing, remove this. So it will not be displayed to other students.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay, any other query? Anyone?
Yes, sir. Myself, Dr. Gopal Bhatti from MS University of Baroda. Sir, just I wanted to know, as per NEP 11.9, which is written that at first year, that means a certificate course be given. Suppose 2-year course is there, then a diploma may be given. Then at third year or fourth year, the degree course will be given. So has this been decided by this PSSBs? What will be there in the case of engineering things? Because in the NEP it is defined for arts where BSc or there where they are having 3 years course.
No, actually it's not like this, गोपाल जी. इसमें ऐसा है ना कि ये नोशनल है. Actually में NEP is giving some suggestion. It is the regulatory body like university, like the AICT, like the AIU. They are required to come up with this specific norms. They simply said that at each exit point should be defined categorically. First thing, this is the recommendation of the NEP. And
Yeah.
then something should be awarded at that exit point. And these are just example. The diploma should be given or what. But we are as an academician, we are as the experienced body, university need to decide that how much credit should be completed, and depending upon this, what should be the worth of the certificate. So should it be certificate? Should it be called the skilled certificate? Should it be called the diploma? Should it be called degree? Because standard norms are defined. If we are saying that 160 credit earning, we are awarding BTech, arbitrarily I cannot award degree at any other way. So similarly, depending upon the existing norms at the university, whomsoever is offering these degree points, they need to define it. NEP does not explicitly give any binding instruction. There are just suggestions.
Will there be any instructions from AICT? Because in that they have mentioned that in GEC that PSSBs will be there, that is professional standard setting boards will be giving you the framework. So is there going to be any recommendations from AICT for this engineering colleges or so?
As I said, in fact, in your this recently the conference was organized at Ahmedabad in the Vibrant Gujarat Summit, and their AICT chairman was there. He himself categorically gave answer to the question what you are asking. Same question, almost same question was asked, and I was also there. And AICT chairman said exactly same thing, that AICT is also giving some advisories only. And depending upon the context, depending upon the aim of the program that is being offered, that is being designed at different universities, at different autonomous institutes, they need to take care of this, and they need to take their own decision, whatever is more fit as per their goal of launching the program. So this is something what is there. There is nothing binding instruction as of now from the AICT, and whatever he said, they are not inclined to give any binding instruction. They really want to give larger just suggestion and larger view to and larger flexibility to universities. They may decide whatever they would deem fit.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any other?
Okay,
any one at least question we can take.
Oh, we may take the last question for today's session. Anyone? Or
Okay.
okay. Anyway, thank you, sir, for your excellent session and very patiently answering all the queries or questions put up by the participants. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Dr. Jignesh Amin, sir, Professor, Civil Engineering Department, G. Perry, to present vote of thanks for today's program.
Good noon to everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this webinar to all dignitaries and participants assembled online through WebEx platforms. At the outset, I would like to thank session expert Dr. Nitish Purohit, Professor IIITA Prayagraj, and national coordinators of flexible academic programs for sharing their basic concept of flexible academic programs in very lucid language and answering all the questions raised by the participants. I express my sincere gratitude to our beloved Honorable VC Sir to take out time from his busy schedules and for his inspirational thought on the NEP 2020. I express my sincere thanks to Registrar K.N. Khair Sir and Dr. A.M. Prabhakar Sir, Principal GPERI, for their support, constant encouragements, and the guidance for the organizations of this webinar. I express my sincere thanks to all the participants, director, principal of GTU affiliated college, and the director and principal of other colleges for their presence and contribute to make this webinar a great success. Last but not least, I extend my sincere thanks to my colleagues, Professor Sadanand Shahu, Professor Mrudung, and other GTU staff members for helping me in every stage of organizing these events. Once again, I thank you everyone for your attentions and presence in this webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Purohit sir, Dr. Prabhakar.
Dhanyavad, sir.
for-
Dhanyavad.
Thank you very much, sir. Very informative.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all, everybody. Thank you for joining this program. Okay, sir.
It's about please, sir.
Okay,
Okay, we will close the session. Thank you.